Grim Lord here, and this is Grimm's Comics Corner. We are back with more Fathom, so let's get started as we continue to work through Volume 4, almost to Volume 5. Okay. Interesting here. Aspen Matthews is no longer a child of two worlds. She's a woman of both. Charmed into the water by the allure of the... Well, hold on. I think this is just... Okay, here we go. Fighting her way through the Church of the Eternal Depths, Aspen discovers the true horror of the congregation's sinister activities deep underwater. While managing to reunite Chatal and with her captive sister Padma, they soon learn that she is in no mood for talk as she attempts to kill Aspen upon sight. However, the group is suddenly ambushed by the father of the church, who has his own divine plan for all of them. Volume 4, Issue 7. Oh, interesting. They have all these special cover versions. David Wall is writing, and the plot's by Scott Lobdell and David Wall, of course. Penciled by Alex Conant and colored by Beth Sotelo and John Starr on page 20. Lettered by Josh Reed. This is a whole different layout. I'm not used to this. January 2013. Wow, we're getting a little close. We don't want to go too far into these. Miles beneath the Sahara Desert sits one of the most unique locations on Earth, a vast, exotic underground ocean. And within, an equally unusual sight, an oil rig unlike any other, presided over by Takeo Nakamura. A former occupant of the deep-sea research installation known as the DMD, Nakamura is intimately aware of the undersea race known as the Blue. You called for me, sir? And with just a shred of the Blue technology and a sizable investment from his government, he was able to build this state-of-the-art faculty far from the world's prying eyes. Yes, Sana, how are our subjects faring? Their vital signs are stable, sir. Very good. And what of Aspen Matthews? No word, sir, but it's only been 2 hours since she departed. True. Prepare the tiger sharks. But I thought you wanted Dr. Matthews alive. Alive or dead, it doesn't matter. I'll get what I need regardless. Several years ago, a sizable group of disgruntled workers mutinied against Nakamura and were forced to leave. You have your orders, Captain. Citing religious reasons, they decided that the Blue technology was a gift from God and shouldn't be used for the purposes of greed. Yes, sir. Calling themselves worshippers of the Blue and vowing to someday seize control of their former home, they founded the first and only Church of the Eternal Depths. Nakamura has waited a long time for this opportunity. And unbeknownst to her, Aspen Matthews was to provide a distraction. No, please! Oh, right. Okay, in retrospect, maybe it wasn't such a good idea to waltz right into this place through the front door. In my defense, it seemed like a good idea at the time after Nakamura blackmailed me into coming here. Told me to put the fear of God into this guy in exchange for my friends' lives. Seemed like a good idea at the time, especially since the rest of the people I came down with were prisoners here. Oh, there you are, Dr. Matthews. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever awaken. I'm sure you must have many questions. Well, I do have one. Do you really believe all this nonsense you and your followers spew, or are you a fraud like everyone else? You can tell me. I can keep a secret. I do admire your spunk, dear. I admit it gets dreadfully dull down here sometimes. But you, such an incredible specimen, oozing with the sacred power. I'm looking forward to opening you up and seeing what makes you tick. You know, you sound a lot more like a mad scientist than a man of the cloth. This guy really likes to hear himself speak. I gotta keep him going while I figure things out. Very perceptive, Doctor. Before my enlightenment, I was a scientist. I served Nakamura dutifully. But his plans for the technology were so mundane. And yours are more noble? You don't need to take my word for it. Soon you'll understand intimately. And please don't waste time trying to free yourself. After your last escapade, I've increased the strength of your power dampeners. You, my dear, are quite powerless. All units in position, sir. Very good. Fire at will. Thoosh, thoosh, thoosh! Vroom! Takum! So what's with the whole father thing? You know, psychologists would have a field day with that. Enough talk. Let's get to work. Correct. Crash! No, it can't be. Stay right there. Don't move until I get to the bottom of this. Honestly, I should be the least of your worries, but I do have one more question for you. What? I was just wondering if you can breathe underwater. Huh? No, no, stop, stop! Damn it, open! Shh. The damned emergency systems have activated. The door is sealed to isolate the flood. What the hell were you thinking? You conducted all your tests on me. I'm sure you're aware I have no problem breathing underwater. What do you want? You're going to take me to my friends and help them get out of this place now. Fine, fine, just help me. I make him sweat a little first, of course. But please. Well, since you asked so nicely. Focus. You did this. Excuse me. You did this. You and your allies. Me? You give me too much credit. And my allies are in your jail, along with that freaky rig with Nakamura, that sneaky son of a... Whoosh! Look out! Boom! Whoosh! Which way? Soon. How could he do this? We had a truce. Guess he was just biding his time and using me as a distraction. Tell you what, you get me to my friends and I'll help you return the favor. All right? Very well. Quathoom! Unbelievable. It's a civil war in here. Thoosh! Krakoom! Come on. Thoom! We need to keep moving. But those are my people. We need to help them. We need to stay focused on the task at hand. Where are we headed? Down there. The further down we go, the more submerged the place is becoming. I can only pray that Shathal and the Sheik have found some kind of air pocket down here. There is an elevator that will take us down, but it's sealed off by now. That's the protocol under these conditions. Leave that to me. Creak! Down we go. Hopefully his men are paying attention to the monitors. He doesn't have much time left. Cling ching! Thank God! Now let us in. Right away, sir. Crush! Get away from him. Really? Again after all this? Put your weapons down. She has my word. As you wish, sir. Sir, the tiger sharks have defeated our forces on level 1. Now they're heading this way. We need to get to a safer place. Sir, we're going to need these. Thump! Whoosh! They're right behind us. Krakoom! It's over. Whoosh! Your friends are in there. I've already unlocked their holding cells. Please, just wait 1 minute for them and they'll be trapped here. 2 minutes, no more, then we go. This place will be underwater in less time than that. Help, please, someone, we're down here. I'm coming! Boom! Listen to me. You need to stay calm and get ready to hold your breath. Everything's gonna be fine. I hope. Thankfully, they're still all right. I only have masks for the Sheik and his assistant Shathal. Her sister Padma doesn't need one. Ever since she subjected herself to genetic experimentation, she's been able to breathe underwater. Nasty temper, too. For a split second, I think she's coming for me again. But there's a greater threat in the room. Whoosh! Her moves are quick, deliberate, and very deadly, like a shark crossed with a jungle cat. She's so caught up in her victim, she doesn't see the weapon pointing at her. Thwisk! Fortunately for her, I do. We share a glance, and I could swear it looks like she's thanking me. Don't mention it. We're back in 90 seconds. The sub is gone. I'm not surprised. With the tiger sharks bearing down on us, he probably assumed we were already dead, and he'd be next if he stuck around. Sir, something has launched from the rig. Another tiger shark? No, something smaller. Damn! Thoosh! Crack-a-boom! Guess he did us a favor after all. To be continued. Okay, here we are. Issue 8. Happy Anniversary Fathom. 15 Years of Blue. Aspen Matthews, along with the Church of the Eternal Depths holding her captive, was attacked by Takeo Nakamura's assault team of tiger sharks as they attempted to raze the church to the ground. Yet Aspen and the manipulative father of the congregation found a way to escape the disaster as they put their differences aside in order to survive. Volume 4, Issue 8. Whatever Happened to Judith? Oh, they actually have titles now. And there's your covers there. Written by David Walt, penciled by Alex Colonette, colored by Beth Sotelo, lettered by Josh Reed. Mere moments ago, Aspen Matthews was fighting for her life and for those of her companions within a bizarre cathedral built upon the ocean floor miles beneath the Sahara Desert. Called the Church of the Eternal Depths, it housed a group of armed zealots led by a pompous megalomaniac called Only Father. Now the church lies in ruin along with its inhabitants killed by a brutal attack launched by their former employer Takeo Nakamura. Caught in the midst of the civil war, Aspen kept the Sheik of Raital and his assistant Chithal and her sister Padma out of harm's way, and safe for now. But Aspen's work isn't finished yet. She hoped she'd never need to come back here again. This thing, part organic oil rig, part science experiment built using the genetic material of Aspen's ancestors. Somewhere inside, Nakamura has imprisoned Aspen's friend and mentor, Dr. Colin Warith, along with his teaching assistant, Judith Byanansky. Nakamura claimed he'd free them if Aspen confronted the members of the church on his behalf. But when he raised it, clearly intent on killing everyone, she knew he had no intention of honoring their deal. Now it's her turn. Or not. Ugh! Vroosh! Another missile? No. Too small. It's a body. His body. Sorry, Nakamura. Guess I wasn't the only one you pissed off. But who did this to you? And what happened to Colin and Judith? Several hours earlier. We are in final approach, sir. Very good. Fire at will. Leave no survivors. Acknowledged. Out. Sir? Yes, son, I trust you have good news to report. I believe so, sir. Here's the latest data on the subject, as you requested. This is indeed good news, Sana. Let's go. I want to see it with my own eyes. Today we are making history, Sana, and tomorrow the world will be ours. Or so he thinks. Do we need to keep watch on the church, sir? We need never discuss that nuisance again. It has been dealt with. And Aspen Matthews, she seemed most concerned for her associates. Alas, Miss Matthews would be an unfortunate casualty of our skirmish with the church. As for her associates, they should be proud. They are serving a higher purpose. How is he? We've needed to provide several transfusions and intravenous fluids to keep him stable, but he is performing admirably. He will survive long enough to serve his purpose. And what a noble purpose it is! Do not worry, Professor Warith. Your contributions here will always be remembered and revered. Leave him alone! He didn't hurt anyone! You monster! Get away from him! And how was our other subject doing? Subject? I'll give you subject. Sir, as you can see, her adrenal glands, are showing extreme levels of stimulation. In this elevated state, it seems that the subject is more receptive to the genetic material causing fusion on the chromosomal level. As you accurately surmised, it's her compassion and its effects on her endocrine system that precipitated this process. Excellent. Dahana, engage the good Professor Warith. I want to see this for myself. Of course, sir. Yeah! Please, stop! Yes, incredible. Level still rising, sir. We may need to... Damn. Level's still rising, sir. We may need to sedate her. Stop! No, this is what we've been waiting for. Stir! Ah! Please, I can't stop it. Is she? Her signs are weak but stable. Brain function was overwhelmed by the stimuli and in response seems to have caused a self-induced coma. With several days' rest, I believe the subject will be able to... No! After all this time and money spent, we finally have progress and you suggest shutting it down? Just for a few days. Wake her up now. As you wish. Infusing epinephrine. That should do it. What has happened? What is this vessel? Do you recognize that language? I believe it's the language of the blue, but that is all. Humans? It's beautiful. Was it you who brought me here into this weak, fragile vessel? All of you. It's tormentors. Slush! It seeks vengeance. Ah! Rush! We are its instrument. Above all others, you are the most despised. It believed you to be powerful, yet you cower, a helpless fool. Guards, please, guards! Stand down! Whoosh! Subdue her! Interesting. Weapons fabricated from our very essence. Vim, thoosh! But how could you think to fight us with tools fashioned from our own blood? Yah! Slush! Crush! Sir, we must go. The being that was once Judith turns to pursue, but hesitates. And in that moment of calm, her humanity re-emerges. Professor Colin? Please answer me. Judith, what's happened? What have they done to you? I honestly don't know. They put something inside me. We're together now. It's scary and cool. But all that matters now is that we're free. Judith, you're not safe here. If the guards will return, we need to hide. Just stay here. I'll be fine. Be careful, Judith. Excuse me. Be careful, Judith. Please be careful. Just a short time ago, Judith Bayanonsky was a promising young graduate student more interested in boys than marine biology. On a whim, she accompanied her boss, Dr. Wareth, and her idol, Aspen Matthews, on what seemed like an exotic adventure to the Middle East. To Judith, that all seems like a lifetime ago. Now, after days of imprisonment and abuse, only one thought pervades her being: vengeance. And the entity that her captors place within her is happy to oblige. I don't understand. We've been working with this material for a decade. Every centimeter of this facility is infused with it. How did it have this effect on her? How did it become sentient? Beep! Shit! This should secure us for a while. Prepare the escape sub. We must terminate this abomination and begin again. Shoot! No! You don't seem to understand. There's nowhere we cannot go. Nothing here we cannot control. This whole structure is a part of us, and we are a part of it. No, please, just tell me what you want. That's what everybody says, right? Slush! Plush! Sush! Whoosh! You are the outsider. You are the tumor, and you must be excised. Thoosh! And you, his servant. Look, I think you can understand me. I didn't want to be a party to this. I had no choice. I wanted to free you, but I couldn't. I was scared. I was wrong. You are pathetic, and you should be extinguished just like your... Haven't you done enough? No! Judith! Who dares? Aspen? Aspen, where were you? I waited. You never came. They tortured me, changed me, and they used Colin to do it. Judith, I'm sorry. Nakamura, he told me he'd kill you and Colin if I didn't do what he asked. I thought I was doing the right thing for you. Where is Colin? Please tell me he's safe. He is. I saved him. Can you believe it? Me. Oh, Aspen, you should have seen me. You should have seen us. This being inside me, it's incredible. It doesn't trust you, Aspen. It thinks you want to take our power away. Do you? We won't let you. Judith, we need to find Colin and get out of here now. Unfortunately, we can't do that. Don't you understand? We're home. To be concluded. All right, 15 years of blue. Here we are, 9 of 9. Aspen fought for her life within the Church of the Eternal Depths, resulting in the destruction of the compound and the death of its inhabitants at the hands of their former employer, Mr. Nakamura. While doing so, Aspen was also able to ensure the safety of the Sheik of Raital, and his assistant Chithal, along with her victimized sister, Padma. However, Mr. Nakamura's attempts to experiment on Aspen's close friends Judith and Colin dangerously backfired, and now Aspen must attempt to subdue the dangerous sentient being overpowering Judith, or they will all perish. Issue 9, The End of Innocence. Same crew. Sana Midori is having a very bad day. Moments ago, her boss, Takeo Nakamura, was summarily and quite fatally ejected from the facility that he had built by the creature that he fabricated within the body of one of its captives, Judith Bayansky. We don't wish to harm any of our kind, but you leave us no choice. Nakamura had been experimenting with the genetic material of the Blue, the same DNA that resides within Aspen Matthews. We will not be a captive anymore. The experiment was a rousing success. So successful, in fact, that Sana would like nothing more than to get out of here before it notices her again. As long as its attention remains on Aspen, Sana has a chance. Are you trying to go, little one? Sloosh! There is no escape for you who aided and abetted our tormentors. Sploosh! Haven't you done enough killing for one day? You! Not this time. Never again! Vroosh! Sorry about this, Judith. I just need some time to figure it all out. My other companion, Dr. Warith, where is he? He's in the lab across the catwalk. Please believe me, I didn't want to be a party to all this. I had no choice. I know. Just find a safe place for now and stay there. Hey, is there a way off this thing? Mr. Nakamura had a personal submarine for emergencies. I think that qualifies. Wait there. We'll be back in 5. Rumble! You cannot restrain us. Hold that thought. 5 minutes. To find Colin, get him on the escape sub, and then figure out how to deal with Judith. Rumble! No way! This was once a thriving facility, an organic oil rig infused with powerful technology. Now that same technology, fully under the control of the entity that was once Judith, has been unleashed at a terrible cost. Safety measures no longer in place, the oil beneath the rig flows within the heavily damaged structure, turning a once containable electrical fire into an inferno. No! Colin! Thwoosh! There is nowhere to hide from us. Look, this fire is going to suck all the oxygen out of here in minutes. Please try to remember, our friend Colin, I need to find him. Just let me go get him, and then we can... Silence! Thwoosh! Whoosh! I didn't want to do this yet, but this thing is forcing my hand. The only way I'm getting out of here with Colin is to take Judith out. Die! One way or the other. Whoosh! You know you cannot defeat us. We are too powerful. It's right. If this was just about unbridled strength, I'd be dead already. But its power is too raw, too unfocused, too new. Wait, what are you? No, please. Whee! Whatever that thing was, it entered Judith's body in a time of duress, but never bonded with it. Even as her tortured brain accepted it, Judith's body saw it for what it was, a foreign invader. I helped her evict it. Sorry, Judith, but I like you better when you're human. I hope you'll forgive me. For now, we need to find... Colin! Aspen, over here! Are you all right? All things considered, yes. My God, Judith, is she... She just needs to rest. But we all need to get out of here now! Sana kept her word and waited while I retrieved my friends. Not just Judith and Colin, but the Sheik of Raital, his executive assistant Chithal, and her sister Padma. They've been languishing at the Church of the Eternal Depths since Nakamura raised it. See Fathom 7. It was time to go home, time to heal. The Sheik had brought his associates and mine down here on a voyage of discovery, and he found much more than he bargained for. Several days later, the Sheik graciously allowed us to use one of his smaller boats for the trip home. smaller in quotes there. We could have flown, of course, but it seemed like we could all use some time to decompress before getting back to the real world. Do you think she'll be okay? She still doesn't seem right. I admit I could learn to enjoy this, though it would be nicer if the old feisty Judith was back with us. The kid's been through a lot. It's going to take a while, I think. But she'll be all right. Guys, check this out. The Wave. Home sweet home. Glad I had some time to relax first. Something tells me all these ships aren't just here for sightseeing. I guess this is the end of the line for me. I'm sorry I dragged you guys into this thing. I know it wasn't exactly a vacation. No apologies necessary, Aspen. Let's keep in touch this time, okay? Your friendship means a lot to me, Colin. Me too. It was really nice to meet you, Aspen. I know what you've been through, Judith, and I understand. Believe me, I do. You have my number. Please call me if you ever need to talk, or even if you don't. I will. Thanks. Have a safe trip to Miami, you guys. As for what's in store for me, I guess I'm about to find out. Several minutes later. All this activity is definitely strange. At least I recognize one person up here. Bring this equipment to Dock 71 and then report back to me. Yes, ma'am. And remember to be careful. No sudden move. Major Drum? Yes. What is it now? You're back. It's great to see you, Aspen. Thanks. I didn't get a chance to tell you before you left. I was still in the sick bay. But thank you for saving my life. If you hadn't stepped in when you did, I don't know what would have happened. I'm in your debt, big time. I may take you up on that one day. Excuse me, ma'am, but where... Dock 19, and be careful. Yes, ma'am. What's going on? Feds shut us down. Ever since those things got loose and made it all the way to the vice president, it's been foobar around here. Has there been any word on them since they escaped? The genetically modified versions of the sea parasite... Cerat? I was gonna try to do it. Ceratinotus stenigiri escaped in Fathom number 2. No, but we're looking... Look out! Ksh! What the hell are you doing? Sorry, Aspen, these idiots don't seem to realize what they're carrying. I gotta go. Take care, and remember, I owe you. Hard to believe they're shutting this place down. I've lived here for a while now, but I guess it was never really home. To be honest, Excuse me, guys. To be honest, I'm not even sure where home is anymore. It's time to figure that out, and I know just the place to start. A new beginning. I like the sound of that. End. Favorite comic books on the go. Aspen Digital. Broken Pieces, Charismatic, Dead Man's Run, Delic, Executive I can't talk for some reason. Executive Assistant, Assassins. I have that one. Executive Assistant, Iris. Fathom, of course. Fathom Kiani. Homecoming, Idolized Journey. Legend of the Shadow Clan, Minefield, Discouraged, Shrugged, Soulfire, Collected Editions, and more. Here are some other books that we can do if you guys want me to. Just let me know. Some of these I have, some of them I definitely don't. And of course, now available online for download. Don't forget to visit us. Can't talk. Don't forget to visit us on the internet at www.aspencomics.com. All artwork, characters, and likeness 2013 Aspen. All rights reserved. Check them out. Buy these books. Buy them. Okay, I'm out. See you guys next time on Grimm's Comics Corner with more Fathom. Stay tuned.